abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come near thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold, and see the reward of the wicked. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come near thy dwelling. For He shall give His angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt trample under feet. Because He hath set His love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and shew him my salvation. That's Psalm 91, one of the better ones, one of the great ones. I read that every morning. We got the sun coming in. It's going down a little bit, and I've got some tall trees up there, but they're not quite blocking everything out. They will soon. Anyway, at the shop, I've got a body shop in Dallas. At the shop, I read that to my secretary, Shelley. Every morning we read Psalm 91 out loud, and we read Psalm 34. And we've just made that a habit over the last couple of weeks. Hey, AMAC. Made that a habit over the last couple of weeks, and man, what a difference it makes in just starting your day with that. I see we've got AMAC in here, Amber McNatt. We've got Miss Torchy. Hey, Miss Torchy, thank you for coming in. She's the matriarch. There's Giggles McGee has made it into the room. We got Pawpaw in there. Hi, Torchy. Glad you're here. Tori, glad you're here. Kelly Stevens, that's AMAC's mama. Amber Mosher, who starts off my day every morning at 5:30, except this morning. You know, Saturday and Sunday, I got to sleep in. I get up at 4:30 every morning, so. There's Jamie. Hey, Maria, you did make it. I didn't have to call you and remind you. We're going to jump over here, and we're going to read Psalm 34, verse 1 through 8. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make her boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. O magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. They looked unto him, and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. This poor man cried out, and the Lord heard him, and saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of the Lord encampeth round them that fear him, and delivereth them. O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. That's Psalm 34. So we got a couple people in here. I think Jason's my moderator. I think Britt's my moderator. I don't know if Britt's in here or not. We can bump those people out of there. So we were talking the whole thing. I'm gonna try to come up and do certain things like this one is tunics and overalls, and we want to talk about the similarities in them. And everybody liked my overalls, so I figured, you know what, that'd be something pretty cool. And you got a lot of similarities in them, so you know, I don't wear these things every day. Would I? Probably so. Of course, you know, Conway's don't have an endless supply of them. I ordered 4 more of them, and it's been 2 weeks. They got held up coming across the from China, I think it is, and apparently a volcano erupted and stopped a lot of flights coming over to the United States. So I don't know. Conway's, I called their customer support line and got a busy signal, so I didn't even know busy signals existed anymore. But tunics were everyday wear in the first century. Jesus wore them, the apostles wore them. This was something that the Roman soldiers wore. That was everyday wear. Mostly they were made out of linen or wool, depending on where you lived. If it was cold, you wore the wool ones. If it was hot, you wore the linen ones. I wished I had a linen tunic right now because it's hot. Most of them were just kind of earth tones or whatever. They're kind of bland, kind of plain Jane, whatever, bland. The ones that had color to them, the bougie people wore those. They had bright dyes and things like that, but they were expensive back then. And they had like embroidery on the hem and stuff like that. So, but most everybody wore them. Like I said, I was saying that Jesus wore them, and he was basically a farmer and a carpenter, and that's where you see where farmers and carpenters wear their bibs now. Most of them were knee length if you were a man, and they were ankle length if you were a woman. Now all your bib overalls, most of them are ankle length for men and women, except for that, that kind of overbearing guy that comes to your 4th of July parties and stuff, and he shows up in the bib overalls that are shorts cut off at the knees and have like the USA flag or something, Old Glory printed on it. So, there's always that guy. Also, you've got
What's wrong with that guy?
What's wrong? No, there's nothing wrong with that guy. I love that guy. That guy's great. Right. You also have similarities. They would gird them at the waist, and when they loosen it up, that's whenever they're going to head out for the night and relax. And if they tighten them up, that's whenever they're going to get to work, or they're going to wrestle like a lion or something back in the old days. And here, if I'm gonna relax, I'm gonna pop this off and I'm gonna loosen this up. But I've got it tight now because I'm here spreading the word and trying to do some work tonight. And but if I want to wrestle a steer or something, I'll pop these off and I'll get going. Last time we had where people would give me a verse that they'd like to hear read. We're going to go ahead and do that again tonight and see if we can't get some people on here to let me know what they'd like to hear. Yeah, I love that Bible cover too. I don't know if everybody heard the story of that, but we were at a farmer's market in McKinney, and this farmer's market is a big farmer's market in McKinney, Texas. And we were going down the main drag, and we were about to go right to where some of the main stuff was. And there was a way we could go to the left a little bit, but there weren't many people over there. And we went ahead and went left, and just see what was over there, because it was pretty crowded. And we got over there, and there was a guy selling these Bibles. And I had lost my Bible I had an RV that got flooded, not really flooded, had leaks in it, and my Bible got molded and wet and all that stuff, so I had to replace it. And I'd been talking to my fiance Tina about getting a new Bible, and I saw this one, and I was like, there's my new Bible. So it was kind of by chance that we went down there, but the Lord leads you where he needs you to go, and he, heard, felt it and heard it in my heart that I wanted a new Bible, so he led me over there to do that. But yeah, it's a beautiful Bible. It's a New King James Version, so. All right, Amber Mosher wants Proverbs 14:26. Thank you, Amber. All right, we got Proverbs 14:26. Amber reads to me every morning, so I'm going to read to her. This is the purpose that is proposed upon the whole earth, and this is the hand that is stretched out upon all the nations. All right. Yes, I like First Corinthians too. I like a lot of Corinthians. I like Psalms and Corinthians. Uh, who else? Papa, I think Papa. Did you say you wanted Psalms 1?
Yep.
All right, Psalms 1.
And I've got another one pinned for you.
All right. Did anybody? I guess quite a few people saw the John 3:16 thing that I set up there on TikTok. I think I put that in my story and also made a little quick little thing on that. And I was like, "Hey, does everybody know this guy?" And it's got the guy holding the John 3:16. I think you guys saw that. And in Papa's live, he was talking about what goes before and what goes after that. And sometimes you don't get the whole story whenever you just read, you get that John 3:16, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Jesus was talking to Nicodemus, and for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. But the lead up to that and the what precedes that are also just amazing. So what I've got that down. We're going to go over that a little bit, but don't always just fixate on that one verse that gets thrown out there all the time. Everybody's got that one verse. Read the chapter, read the couple of verses before or a couple of verses after, read the whole chapter, because you may get a whole different meaning out of all of it. All right, Psalms 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth at the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of the water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. Yes, sir. Love that. All right. We got Miss Torchy. I've got Corinthians. What is it, Jason?
Got 1 chapter 13.
Corinthians 1 chapter. 1 Corinthians chapter 13.
Yep, here we go.
And I think that was for Heidi, Patriot Girl. And then Miss Torchy wants James chapter 1, verse 12. So Corinthians 1, 13.
Yes, sir.
And Cruising Nana has got me. I'm sure they're in my mailbox, but Cruising Nana was very. I don't know if she's in here. Is she in here? Cruising Nana has made me some tabs, and she refused to let me pay for her blessing, and I want to thank her so much. So Tamlin, oh my gosh, Tamlin's in here. Hey Tamlin, what's up? Anyway, I just want to thank her so much. I haven't got them out of the mailbox. I believe they have delivered. We get the little deal that tells you what's in there, and I believe we got that. So, all right, 1 Corinthians 13. Yes. Is Christ divided? Was Paul crucified for you, or were ye baptized in the name of Paul? Is Christ divided? Was Paul crucified for you, or were ye baptized in the name of Paul? And I think that gets Heidi's request done. And we're going to go
James first, 12.
John 1, verse 12.
James.
This is, I don't think so.
You're in John.
I know I'm in John. Oh, well.
James.
Oh, James. I'm sorry. John, James. You can't tell anybody apart. They all wear the same tunic. And this right here is where Cruising Nana her tabs would be so helpful, but Unky Monkey was a little lazy and didn't go get them like he should have. All right. James 1, verse 12. This is for the matriarch, Miss Torchy. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. We're going to read that again. I like that. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. I love that. I saw Miss Torchy. I don't know if any of the rest of y'all did that, but she was out at like Hobby Lobby or something like that. I think it's Hobby Lobby. Hey, my sister Donna's in there. What's going on, sis? My sister Donna, she lives, I think, in Longview. She lives out here. I think it's close to Longview. I can't remember exactly where it is. Where do you live, Donna? Anyway, she's there's like 7 or 8 of us. I lost track. But there's like a litter of the Tavares clan. So, but anyway, Miss Torchy was like, she lives in Jefferson, Texas. Yep, and Jefferson's a historic community out here. But Miss Torchy was at Hobby Lobby, and these people recognized her, and she did a quick little video of that, and I loved it. And the little girl that was there, you couldn't really tell if the little girl was having any of it or not, but her mom and her mom's friend was having a good time, and they recognized Miss Torchy, and she's just all over the place. Everybody loves her. All right, what do we got next, Jason?
Oh, I lost it. Psalms 139 for Tanya.
Psalms 139 for Giggles McGee. And I tell you what, she had a birthday marathon, Giggles did. Woof. All right, Psalm 139.
Yes, sir.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Hang on a minute, Giggles. Monkey's throat's a little parched. All right, Psalm 139 for Tanya. O Lord, thou hast searched me and known me. Thou knowest my downsitting and mine uprising. Thou understandest my thought afar off. Thou compassest my path and my lying down, and art acquainted with all my ways. For there is not a word in my tongue, but, lo, O Lord, thou knowest it altogether. Thou hast beset me behind and before, and laid thy hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high, I cannot attain unto it. Whither shall I go from my spirit? Or whither shall I flee from my pestilent presence? If I ascend up to heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. Yea, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee. For thou hast possessed my reins, thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. My substance was not hid from thee when I was made in secret, and curiously wrought in the lowest parts of the earth. Thine eyes did see my substance, yet being unperfect, and in thy book all my members were written, which in countenance were fashioned when as yet there was none of them. How precious also are thy thoughts unto me, O God! How great is the sum of them! If I should count them, they are more in number than the sand. When I awake, I am still with thee. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O God. Depart from me thereof, ye bloody men, for they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me, and know my thoughts. And see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. I don't think I've read Psalm 139 all the way through. What do we got? Anything else, Jason?
Yes, sir. Sending it now. There you go.
All right, Acts 26. Amber McNatt. All right, Acts 26, 15 through 18. I hope y'all like this where we get to interact and do that. You know, sometimes, you know, when when you're not the consummate professional like Papa, sometimes it's hard to fill in that time. But I like doing it this way. All right, Acts 26, 15 through 18. Couple more pages, monkey.
You're doing great, Mike.
Oh, thank you, Jason.
Yes, sir.
He was supposed to have already said that like 4 times.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, we went over this.
I'm nervous.
Very nervous. You're not sitting here trying to read to 39 people.
I'm nervous for you.
Oh, you're nervous for me? I appreciate that. All right. All right, Acts 26, what was it? 15 through 18?
Yes, sir.
And I said, Who art thou, Lord? And he said, I am Jesus, whom thou persecutest. But rise and stand upon thy feet, for I have appeared unto thee for this purpose, to make thee a minister and a witness both of these things which thou hast seen, and of those things in the which I will appear unto thee, delivering thee from the people and from the Gentiles, unto whom now I send thee, to open their eyes and to turn them from the darkness to light, and from the power of Satan unto God, that they may receive forgiveness of sins and inheritance among them which are sanctified by faith that is in me. Through 26.
Lost it.
That's okay.
18.
Through 18. Well, that's what we got. All right, Romans 8:28. 8:28. Romans 8:28. All right. Can't wait till I get my tabs out of that mailbox, because I'm bumpering around. All right.
Great, Mike.
8:28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. All right, 1 Corinthians 15:10.
You're doing great, Mike.
That's 3.
You're catching up.
All right, 1 Corinthians. Hey, Rome, put that one back up. 1 Corinthians what? Missy, I'm gonna do John here in a minute. John 15:13. Okay.
15:10 was the Corinthians.
15:10. 1 Corinthians 15:10. These numbers. All right, 1 Corinthians 15:10. But by the grace of God, I am what I am, and his grace, which was bestowed upon me, was not in vain. But I labored more abundantly than they all. Yet not I, but the grace of God, which was with me. All right, we're going to do John 15:13.
Yes, sir.
What kind of time we looking at? We're looking good on time.
Yep, you're doing great, Mike. 4.
That's 3. Wasn't it? Or was that 4?
4.
Okay. All right, John 15:13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. And that's something, when back before I got back into to the Lord, I hung out with people. You know, some say I followed. I think I led a lot. Um, I had gotten away from the Lord after my mom died in a series of events when I was like 10, and got the church injury. I always liked the kid with Alan. Whenever he says something about something hurt him, and I'd put the teddy bear up, show me where it hurt you, Alan. But yeah, it hurt you right here. A lot of times it'll just take and it'll turn your heart into stone, and you've got to find out a way to do it. But when when I found a true friend, and if you want to see a true friend, Jason is my true friend. Jason is somebody that will drive in the middle of the night to come help you out. I think how many times you helped me move, Jason, between getting a divorce, reconcile, get divorced, reconcile, doing all this stuff is, I think I moved in and out, and he helped me move like 4 times in like 2 years.
I didn't count. I wasn't counting.
You were counting a minute ago.
I was counting how many times I was telling you.
Okay, but anyway,
you're doing great.
Okay, Jason. Anyway, true friends are somebody that are very rare. They're like true love. I have a true love. I found my true love, Tina, but I've always had Jason over the past, I guess, 10 or 15, 10 years maybe. How long has it been? I can't even remember. I'm bad with dates. But when you have that best friend, when you have somebody that you can call on, when you're that best friend for that person, man, do everything you can. As long as that path is being led in a way that's healthy for you. Yeah, Papa, we all need a Jason. You got that right, brother. And he is my Jason, and his name happens to be Jason. So he is my Jason. But
both ways, man. It goes both ways, and thank you.
It does go both ways, and I'm there for him when he needs me, and he's there for me when I need him. And man, if you have a best friend, don't do anything to mess it up. And if you have somebody you think is your best friend, but leading you somewhere, leading you kind of off, and you start straying from the things that make you go straight and make you pray and make you thank God for every day that they give you breath, you just leave those people. They're not worth it. I thank God every morning. I have a prayer closet. I get into the closet, get on my knees, lights are off, and I pray. And the first things that I pray, I thank God for the answered and the unanswered prayers. Sometimes the unanswered prayers are more powerful than the answered prayers. And, I just thank him for that. And I thank him for the people that he put in my life and the people that he took out of my life, because the people he took out of my life, one of which I was married to, were not keeping me in a good spot or in a good place. So, I don't know. Somebody pinned that comment. Mike is my Jason.
That was me.
Oh, that was you. Will you pin your own comment?
Yeah, I'll pin my comment.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, you're doing great.
But thank you. That's 5.
Yeah.
I've got to pay you extra.
I think it's 6.
All right. So what I put up the other day was about John 3:16. But what we have to realize is that John 3:16 is one of the greatest, one of the most repeated, one of the most popular, if you want to say popular. But it's one of the things that's always out there. Everybody, it doesn't matter where you go, you see John 3:16. You have ball players will put it underneath their eyes. John 3:16, and I love seeing that, and I love it when everybody they're starting to give all praise and glory to God, in which they should. But you got to read some of the rest of it, and it was kind of a deal, because the Pharisees they didn't think a whole lot of Jesus, but a few of them knew something was up, and Nicodemus was one of the ones. Even though he was scared to come meet Jesus in the middle of the daytime, he snuck up to a roof at somebody's house where he was abode, and in the cover of darkness, and he wanted to talk to Jesus, and he wanted to find out exactly what's going on, because he knew that Jesus had come from God. And Nicodemus, was skeptical, but he was also a believer. But he also loved to do the old ways, the Pharisee way, where everything was pomp and circumstance, and they were greater than the sinners, and they, this, that, and the other. But Jesus loved to humble the Pharisees. I mean, I love when Jesus humbles Pharisees. But if you go to John 3:10, and Jesus is answering Nicodemus, because Nicodemus says, "How can these things be?" And Jesus answered and said unto him, "Art thou a master of Israel, and knowest not these things?" See, he's saying, aren't you the greatest Pharisee in Israel, and you don't know these things? And verily, verily, I say unto thee, we speak that we do know, and testify that we have seen, and ye receive not our witness. If I have told you earthly things, and ye believe not, how shall ye believe if I tell you of heavenly things? And no man hath ascended up to heaven, but he that came down from heaven, even the Son of Man which is in heaven. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up. And he's talking about being lifted up on the cross. That whosoever believeth him should not perish, but have eternal life. There's his promise. Another promise. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. John 3:17. This is, I think, one of my favorites. For God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. I mean, 17 and 18 again, for God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world. And I feel like all my life as going to church and going to, we talk about Catholicism, but in the Catholic Church and in the Southern Baptist, which I was thrown into after I was ripped out of the Catholic Church, it's almost like, Jesus is mad at you all the time. And Jesus isn't mad at you all the time. Jesus loves you. Jesus, man, if Jesus was mad at you all the time, you'd think he'd really want you to be saved and brought to heaven for eternity. I mean, you'd start to annoy him at some point in time. But for God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. Man, I love that. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he had not believed in the name of the only begotten Son. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. So everything in darkness comes, when light shines upon everything in darkness, they scatter like roaches. When you turn that light on, and my Granny Bacon, we turn that light on middle of the night, and if any of y'all said I've never had roaches, yeah, right. If you lived the way we lived, you had your little critter friends, and you turn that light on, they scatter like roaches. And that's the way evil does. When you turn the light on evil, it scatters. And that's what we do when we declare and we say out loud, rebuking Satan. Verse 20, for everyone that doeth evil hateth the light. Absolutely. Neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. So that's John. And I, urge you to read verse 21. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in God. And we're going to read that again because I messed that one up. I meant to go all the way through. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. But he that doeth the truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in God. So I urge you to read John, read the whole chapter 3, and I'm right in the middle of doing. I say I'm right in the middle. I finished the New Testament and read all the way through that, and I'm in the Old Testament now. And I was reminded, kind of hunting season's about to come up, and Isaac's son Esau was the great hunter, and he told him to go into the woods and fetch me some venison. You know, and a lot of people like to fuss about hunters and stuff like that, but you know, we love to hunt, but we only hunt when we need the meat. We only process our own game and all that stuff. So that's one thing. But I always like to point out that it's in Genesis, and if it's in Genesis, if it's in the Bible, you know, we can abide by that.
You got another request.
What's my request?
Well,
to sing?
No. Hold on, before I share that, I need to pin this comment again.
Oh, pin this comment again.
To make sure you see this
Hang
one.
on, we got another request here. Hang on.
Just want to make sure you see this one.
Average bearded man, you're doing great, Jason.
Look at that. All right, let's get to your...
Well, isn't that fancy?
I know, it's awesome. Thank you.
But you said I was your Jason, so how, maybe she's saying that it's that about me.
She didn't say Jason. She said average bearded man.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've got an average beard.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
My beard's average, your beard's above average.
Right.
No lie, he actually got out of a ticket because the guy said his, what was it? Your glorious beard. Yeah, and I'm sitting there looking at this Richardson PD, and I'm like, dude, all right.
It had another 3 inches on it at that time.
It did. He's actually won beard competitions, and they do have beard competitions. I don't know why they have beard competitions, but they do. All right, Isaiah 53. All right. Let's see here. All right, Isaiah 53, 4 through 5. All right, Isaiah 53, 4 through 5. This is for Amac. Surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. Yeah, amen to that. With his stripes we are healed. I think last night, hopefully most of you guys were in Bert's live, and it was absolutely amazing. Do we have another request here?
I just wanted to be fair.
You were doing great, Unkey. Thank you. That's Tanya. Tanya just started a new job, and then she got sick like the first week of her job. So, but anyway, I hope that new job's going good. But anyway, Bert's live was amazing. Young man named Curtis, who had been in the live the day before, I think Thursday night, had been the focus of the whole live once he was, talking about not liking life anymore. And man, when we got in there and you're fired, but thank you. Well, then God took you out of that heck forsaken place. Then, if you were fired, you're welcome, but you weren't meant to be there. So you're going to find the new one, and you're going to do wonderful. But back to that, he came in last night, and he was just amazed. And we got the great community, but our community pauses for ourselves, and we do an outpouring of our heart and outpouring of love for those that really need it, and those who are afflicted, and those who are hurt. And the brokenhearted. Yeah, Amber, we'll do Matthew 5, 3 through 12. But Curtis, I hope that I know absolutely he had a wonderful time last night. He was just really talking up the praise music, and you guys really do this all the time. And I was just like, yeah, we do. We really do. All right, Matthew 5, 3 through 12. And then we're going to bring Billy Curley up. So Billy Curley, as Britt says, you're in the green room. You're being called to the stage here in a minute. All right. Let's see. Amber Mosher, Matthew 5. So we're going to go to Matthew. These people that drive down this road think I'm crazy, but they're right. But who cares?
You should get out.
I don't do any of this stuff. I should get out and dance for them? You ought to see. As soon as these come, the instructions on the bibs, they come with dancing a jig.
Nice.
It even shows you the steps to dancing a jig.
Billy's in makeup.
Billy's in makeup. All right, Matthew. Come here, Matthew. How come we never read anything out of Zephaniah or Haggai? There's Matthew 5, 3 through 12. And don't anybody give me a Zephaniah. All right. Matthew 5, 3 through 12. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. All right, that's beautiful. Oop, hang on. All right.
I didn't see any request.
What's that?
I didn't see any request.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get Billy Curley brought up here. Billy, if you'll throw something in there. Hey, Brett, did you guys get that chair for your dad? Yes, that's a great set of verses. I love those too, Amber. We're going to get Billy Curley to say hi or say hey or, hurry up and get off so I can get on. Okay, so oops, that's unfollow. Don't unfollow Billy Curley.
Just start tapping everything.
All right, I'm going to start tapping everything.
My brother.
Hey, are you there? Oh, hang on. You there? Hey. Hi, Billy.
Yeah, let me.
You're doing great.
Let me finish.
All right, so Billy's going to come up next. He's at 7 o'clock. Hopefully we can carry the tapping and clapping and all 39 of us over to Billy's live. He is, his hair and makeup, he looks exquisite. I mean, he looks great. This is only the second time I've physically really seen him, but I mean, how can you not look great? He's got the pop hat on. He's got the epic. Oh, it was epic beard. That cop says your epic beard. So he's got an epic beard. So tell everybody what's going on over there.
Hey, are y'all?
They got echo. Everybody's got echo.
Everybody's got echo. Here, hang on. Let me mute myself. Never thought I'd ever say that, but let me mute myself. Hang on.
I cut mine off.
Still echo?
Yep.
Hang on, just half a second. Billy. All right, try it now.
How about now?
We still echo?
Yep.
Okay. All right. What we're going to do is Billy's going to come on. Everybody can hear me now, right? Off. I'm gonna get you set up over there. Everybody's gonna come visit you. Everybody come, or just don't say anything right now. Billy Curley's got a great testimony. He's gonna be bringing it at 7 o'clock. Everybody jump over and see him at 7 o'clock. He's got a great testimony about his son Zach. I don't know if Missy's gonna get on or not, but this is Billy's first live, and let's get his first live kicked off. Great, and so, Billy, we look forward to seeing your live. I'll be over there as a moderator, and we're going to kick out anybody that starts any funny business. We're going to be the Bible bouncers, and everybody go check out Billy.
Sounds good, brother.
All right, man. We look forward to it.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. All right, everybody. I think that's about it for tonight. I just want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart. I got on a little bit, was a little bit nervous. I don't typically get nervous, but I had some show notes and everything. I wanted to make sure and get points too, but I kind of calmed down. But I just want to thank each and every one of you for interacting. I just want to tell you guys that y'all mean the world to me. I was in Throat Punches live the other day. I had to pour out my heart. I couldn't get on screen. Um, I was busy and couldn't get on screen, and I got like 18 different requests and texts and this and that and the other. But I told those ladies that they do inspire me, and I do hang out in their lives, and I'm not a creeper or anything like that. I just enjoy what they bring to this channel. I enjoy what they bring to my life, and I really do just think the world of them, and every one of them brings something great. I get to drive home with Giggles and Lee. I get to drive to breakfast with Amber Mosher. I get to eat breakfast and drive to work with Pawpaw. And after I get to work, I stay up with Uncle Ashley until I get kicked off with customers coming in. I just love all the lives, and Tiffany comes on after that. She's my number one. And I try to get in on Cajun Honeys. I try to get in on all y'all's lives, but I do really care for you people, and y'all make me happy, and you make my heart sing, and you make me glad to be part of this thing. And I appreciate everybody coming in and spending their Saturday evening with us. And I don't know if y'all can see this, but the cows came home. Can y'all see the cows? Hi, cows.
Hey, there they are.
Hey, say move for the camera. Yeah, anyway. But the cows came home finally, a little bit late, but I'll have to talk to my stagehands about that. But thank you guys so much for coming in, and I appreciate every one of you. And Pawpaw, thanks for the advice on getting the split screen. It worked seamlessly. And we'll see y'all Monday morning.
Mike, before you cut it.
What?
Did great, man.
Oh, I did great. Jay said I did great. Anyway, he's only saying that because I'm letting him stay in the camper this weekend with me.
Doing great. Good job.
Anyway, all right. Love you guys. Bye.